Welcome back to the Ocean View Hotel.
I was both solving the crime and creating it, as every writer did.
All the hotel murder. So we're facing the right way to solve the hotel murder. Not doing super good with Anne.
I couldn't get in. I was missing something. The room at the end of the corridor was closed off. It felt significant. Something terrible would happen there.
Oops. Hmm.
Layers upon layers. A play about a murder cult, infiltrated by a real murder cult.
Circle. Need to get to the ballroom.
I needed to find the key.
See if I can remember how to do this. Really, the only room we can use.
The plot board.
Oh, I remember. We have another scene that we can tweak.
The plot board was empty again. I needed The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225. The troupe were busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed.
Now we can hear this room. Find a convenient save room. should have used that health kit when I picked it up. Anyway, that fun little bit of non-Euclidean space has now taken us up to the second floor. Well, that means it's got a pipe.
Night Springs, a special place, a shifting space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Sometimes a quaint small town, sometimes a hulking metropolis. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there. And yet, like a half-remembered echo of a fading dream, always familiar to us. These are the stories that take place there. Awe-inspiring, macabre, terrifying, heartbreaking, nail-biting, absurd, and thrilling. Sometimes all of these things at once. A haunting new season of mind-bending episodes written by Alan Wake. I am your host, Orland Orr, and I will see you soon in Night Springs.
I'd watch that show. There's a word somewhere. I think it. Here, in fact. There it is. That full stop maxed out. First aid kit. Juggle this couch cushion. Oh boy.
You can't stop the story.
What's wrong with that there for now?
This is where they gathered before the play. This is where it began.
Here. First of all, unlock this door so we don't have to go in a loopy way.
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft back at the beginning, but close
Just need
to my
to
goal.
let him finish, and then won't say that again, maybe.
Another vision, another idea.
Why set up a play in a hotel? Why this hotel?
Because the rent is cheap? No. The ocean view was perfect for this. It's said to be haunted. Dark stories about murder, death, suicide. Supposedly, an actual cult once performed an unspeakable ritual to summon something in the ballroom. Did we summon the same thing? Tapped into something horrifying? It seemed like it was part of the play, but it wasn't. Does that sound crazy?
You don't want to ask me about crazy, kid.
A haunted hotel. Yes. That's a trope for a reason.
Anyway, we could do that, but there's a little bit more. We're on the second floor before we head to the ballroom. Namely, and I want to make this side of the hallway. It's threw me for a while. Here. Hotel room 209. In hotel room. First, let's check out 05 because it's over here. There he is, my friend. Dr. Darling.
Wake.
Anyway, in room 209, our good friend.
Hey, Tim. New map, huh?
Yep. Like, I've never been to New York, but I can tell you that this ain't it.
I heard you humming again.
Yeah, I can't get this song out of my head. It's a real earworm. I hear it in my dreams.
I know that song you keep humming. It's the theme from Night Springs.
That old sci-fi show?
Sci-fi horror anthology. I used to write for a long time ago.
Like, it sounds a bit nuts, but I think the song is connected to Door. Or it's my subconscious telling me that this is all pretty out there.
All tracks.
Hello.
Hello.
How's the Alan Wake going?
It goes well. The redheaded woman is known by
Connected to polyhedrons.
and connected to polyhedrons and known by Sean Ashmore.
Hello.
Okay. Died at the perfect time.
OBS back.
OBS is
Yep.
back.
All right, we're back.
The redheaded woman is
Dating
connected to polyhedrons, and her identity changes from what Tim Breaker is used to.
Also, I feel like Tim is being. I feel like he might be looking at this the wrong way around when he writes that her identity changes, considering that he explicitly mentions that he keeps like becoming a different person in his dreams.
I mean, on one hand, yes,
He's
but on
literally reality hopping.
yeah,
I think he's just looking at it from the wrong perspective.
that's fair.
Also, two things. One, I went back and rewatched the fun Tom Zane, Alan Wake getting wasted and writing a book cutscene.
Yes.
I did not realize that the song they use there is the same song Mr. Scratch was dancing to back in American Nightmare.
I also did not know that. I knew it was a Poets of the Fall song. I just didn't know it was.
Yeah, it's the psycho, like, I think it's called, like, the Happy Song.
It is called the Happy Song. You get the ability to
But-
listen to it on the radio after this chapter.
Okay. But, yeah, back in American Nightmare, Mr. Scratch was dancing around his room while murdering people to that song.
That's great.
Also, Tom Zane, aka Alan without the beard, when he does like the crazy eyes stare, he really looks like Bill Pullman.
I can
I don't
kind
know.
of
That's
see it.
like
I don't think that's
he
intentional.
kept
but...
reminding me. He kept reminding me of someone, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then or no, not Bill Pullman. Fuck, what is the? Hold on. What's the actor's name?
Bill Paxton?
Yes. He kind of looks like Bill Paxton when he does the crazy eyes. It's not like a 1-to-1, but it's like enough of a resemblance that my brain was like, oh.
I imagine the first part of that is more intended than the second part.
Like I said, I'm sure it's not intended. I get the feeling when they were looking at when genetics were designing the guy who plays Alan Wake, they weren't like, let's make this guy look kind of like Bill Paxton.
Be funny though.
I don't think anthropomorphize. Whatever. They don't describe intent in genetics. That's not how that works.
It's Tim's handy map to get me a stash. Flashbangs. There's a trauma pad here. Oh, there it is. I'm just. Actually, I could get that. Flashbang. I don't find the flashbangs quite as useful as players.
Yeah, they don't like. The enemies don't just get obliterated by flashbangs like they used to.
Yeah.
Which is funny because these people are literally made of shadows, so you think the flashbang would just fucking destroy them.
You'd think. Trauma pad in Tim's room. Not Tim's room. This is Tim. I will also say another very funny thing. If you
The
haven't,
stage of a key scene in the
it might be worth going back and checking out the crazy chalkboard from the beginning of Quantum Break.
I recognize my writer's room on the stage.
Oh, is there a lot of stuff there too?
There's a lot of stuff there. The one that was talking about the AWE and return, or not return, initiation. Also return. It's amusing. Also, got my Allen inventory open expansion. I'm so happy.
Out here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke
Some guy
out.
who's way
All
into
were
playing the devil.
His name was scratched out on the posters.
Name was scratched out.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you. But turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the
Masks
crew joked
upon
that he'd actually hired
masks.
the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch as the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
New plot element, the devil.
This was dark, but the story had to be.
Hold on. Here we are.
My eyes couldn't follow it.
Man, so fast. There we go. Anyway, it turns out when you add the devil to the story, shit gets real fucked up. Who could have seen this one coming?
Go figure. Devil did not make this party good. Kids, don't party with the devil.
He's weak to wind. That's all you. That's all you need to know about the devil. You really want to party with someone who's weak to wind. Hey Tim, maybe don't come out into the hallway. Things have gotten a little weird.
Tim, I may have summoned the devil. I mean, theoretically, if you wrote it to, like, you know, make the devil party happen, then Tim would have already walked past the devil party, right? Because it would have always been that way.
A great question that I don't know the answer to. I don't know if you're just swapping them in real time or...
I feel like for other people it would have always been the new scene, but for Alan, he's like swapping real time. That's my guess.
With the devil in the entrance hall.
The plot changed the shape of the devil's path.
Wow, visibility is bad.
Yeah.
Hey.
You are lost. You're stuck in a loop. Story.
I would like to heal. Not working out too well. And, free up an inventory space by just using a couple trauma packs.
Look. Can't get over how flaccid the flare gun feels.
Is it just because of the slow motion thing? And
Well,
the
that
part where
and like it
do
doesn't
that?
it doesn't do the slow mo and it doesn't give you like the crazy camera angle on the shot.
That's fair.
Like in the old one, when you fired that flare gun, it felt like you fucking destroyed the world. In this one,
I
it's
felt
just
the
like, hey,
presence of a
you
new
shot
idea
and
here.
killed a couple guys. Like it's still good, but like it doesn't have the impact.
Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing the devil was, had stayed in the hotel. Asking around at reception got me a room number.
I'm also not super psyched about this game's reliance on jump scares.
666.
Yeah.
He had
I will
requested
say, we're
specific-
kind of past all the jump
The
scares at
devil
this
had a
point.
sense of humor.
Okay.
Or he really didn't. It was funny either way.
Really? Not 665?
Well, no, because he is the Beast. He's not the neighbor of the Beast.
He had only come
Eh.
out for the play. And always
But he's
in
playing the
character.
devil.
But he's Mr. Scratch, which is another name for the...
Yeah, but... but is he the actual devil? He's really just a weird shadow thing from the dark place. How did we manage to write all this blood on the walls but not get any on the door frames?
He's very powerful.
He kept it strictly resisted to just the wallpaper.
Yep.
It didn't drip on the floors, didn't get on the ceilings.
Hold on. I feel like there's blood on the floor.
I mean, there might be blood on the floor, but on the stairway, it looked like it wasn't on the tiles beneath all the blood writing.
I mean... There's less than you would expect, but it's still there.
There's some. I'll accept a little bit, I guess, but really feels like it should be kind of all over.
Also, I think I need to back upstairs real quick, because I think there's a word of power that I missed. Now that we have made everything all bloody and fun. Little finicky. And also, yeah, for some reason, I don't think you can actually get this while you're on the actual staircase. Also kind of strange. Come on. Awkwardly, slowly try and figure this word power. Maybe you can get it from there, because it seems insane to not do this.
Yeah, I feel like you might have to get on the other side.
Maybe that's a thing they patched out at some point, because when I did this in my other playthrough, I did do it from the outside, looking in. Where's the... oh. Nope, it is not on the actual staircase. That's amazing. Well, we'll come back to that in a second. There's room 667, the other neighbor of the beast.
Scratch had been here. I could sense his presence lingering in the room. I was about to have another
Oh,
killer
hey.
idea.
Okay, let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. Kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108, where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene, executed with devastating mastery. And all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He had only joined the play to get to her.
To murder her.
Ow. Anyway, time to run. Oh, not that way.
Oh no.
Dark Presence decided it was gonna cheat and be in front of me.
All these shadow people mob.
They're not.
The dark presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
Anyway. Where am I? Not on the map, apparently.
The muse was the murder victim. The
There we
final
are.
scene took place in room 108.
Before we do that, let's see if the dark place rampaging through the hotel made that word of power any easier to grab.
The idea that the dark place rampaging through the hotel did little aside from make it easy for you to get a power up is funny to me.
I mean, if you don't run away from it good, it does kill you.
Well, yeah, but I find it funny that it's like it chased you down and you ran into a light and it was like, ah, shucks, and left, and then you walk out and it's like, oh, hey, power up. Oh, wait, did it break the glass? And now you can...
It looked like it did, but... Well, I wonder...
Can you just shoot the glass? Probably not.
Why is this so picky?
I needed to find the muse.
Shut up,
the
Alan.
murder victim.
I'm trying to find a
Room
power-up.
108.
Gonna cheat. Oh. Okay, there we go. Sure.
Did it just work?
It just worked.
You just had to be slightly further back?
Yep.
Okay. Sure.
Video games. What you gonna do about them? Okay, it's back, I think.
Okay, there we go. Wait, yes, no, maybe.
Maybe.
I heard you. There we go. It's back.
Okay.
We're back, everybody.
Where the drowned lady? more fun poetry from somebody. I will say this was one of the moments where I think I just randomly went aha in the chat
Somehow it was important.
because that was when I realized, because this was the third overlap. We haven't done the overlap with Mulligan and Thornton.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes this conversation that's about to happen make a little bit more sense.
Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before. It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can
So when they
feel it.
disappear from the dark
helped me
place,
get
is
closer
that, I
to
guess,
escaping.
when Saga takes them out?
It's when it, because they're not there when Saga goes there the first time. Alan is putting them there for Saga, I think, is the
I
idea.
destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can
Because the
fight
dark
it.
presence just shoves the items into the dark place, and then Alan goes, no, no, no.
I have to understand. Did you write all the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch.
Also, there's another one
I
of
have to
those.
find a return.
I knew there was something fishy about, because they would cut out specific things. Because she asks if Logan is in danger, and then on her end it just goes, is in danger.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You can.
But Alice is in danger.
Well, also, because in her part, in Saga's side, she was like, did you write Logan in the story? And Alan just hears, did you write the story? And he's like, yeah, totally.
Helping me go deeper, closer to escape. Somehow, I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of return.
Also, I like that Saga was helping me. And on Saga's side, she's like, I don't know about this Alan Wake guy.
Anyway, here's this Poe song again.
They really like that Poe song.
They do.
It's a good song.
It is. The subtitles are a little off timing, but we'll also say, now that I have secretly also finished the video game, I know I said I was going to do, or try to do like Saga Alan as much as possible.
Yeah.
I think this will actually work a little better if I just finish Alan from here forward. So that's what we're gonna do.
Alright.
Because basically, we're gonna finish Alan, we're gonna finish the collectibles with Saga, and then we're gonna finish Saga. It's the general gist of the rest of the game. We're actually kind of closer to the end than I thought we were. To be honest, I don't want to say like right now. Oh yeah, there's 2 more parts, because there may be more, but we are closer to the end than I kind of had the idea.
Okay.
Subtitle that just goes road, 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 road. Probably should, but Alright then. Get up to the hotel. You can now leave the hotel. Luckily, the hotel will be nice and not make me have to go out the top part.
The tower was here again.
About the regular.
Zane said the manuscript of return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
Had I chosen to pursue the cult, or had they chosen me for some unknowable purpose? To be a demon, to sort the clues based on my interpretation.
Sam Lake is already a demon.
That which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of the cave. An echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
Love them. Max Payne monologues.
They're still so good. And to think, this whole problem started because Alan decided to kill off Alex Casey.
True. So the lesson here is don't do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you can see, we now got the happy song to play whenever we want.
Nice.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Probably turn your flashlight off. The dark play. Oh, we got some good emails from Barry from 4 months ago. Also, when you scroll, the text goes all dreamlike and weird a little bit. And that's something. Barry Wheeler is the executive producer of the Alex Casey movies. They want to turn what happened to Alan Wake into a movie or a TV show or, get this, a fucking video game.
What a ridiculous idea.
That'd never happen.
Threatening the bookers.
Open kimono, I've considered peeing in a mug. I don't know what that means, but... Anyway, he joined a cult. It's an interesting wellness retreat name they've got going there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who runs the place? Chester Bless. Not a wacko in any way.
Mm-hmm. Probably never worked with a filmmaker named Zane.
The FBC creepos wanted to chat with him. Barry does not like movie executive people.
Glow in the dark teeth.
I feel like teeth shouldn't glow in the dark.
Probably not.
Alan Wake was a master of hating things deeply. Anyway, thanks, Barry.
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals.
What a nice guy that Barry
When I
is.
first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in. Even after he moved out west.
Can't believe Alice Wake, Yoko Ono'd Alan.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
You know, in universe, the right-wing types hate Alice Wake.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could. I got a better look at what her shirt says there. I have no idea. Actually, I bet I could, because you can look at them in TV. I bet I could check that real
In
quick.
SVA?
Yeah.
It was a balloon of some cartoon
Night
animal.
Springs
And I looked
Veterans
down to see below,
Association.
and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
And then I took a picture of that crying child, because photographers are horrible vultures.
The 12th annual Night Springs. You know, what was the thing in American Nightmare
Soar past my bedroom
at the
window.
movie theater?
It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked
At,
out
like,
the
the drive-in
street
theater?
below.
Yeah, didn't it have a
A
name?
little girl crying.
Let me see.
NSVA Film Festival. What the shirt says.
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but
Night Springs Visual Art Show Film Festival.
That makes sense.
there's a world hidden behind ours. A dark, faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness.
Probably shouldn't have let him have access to a typewriter.
Probably
I
not.
kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
Well, that probably could have gone better.
Some say that it moves forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it moves forever, this road.
Again, not sure if you.
I guess using. Huh?
I hope you really like this Poe song because you're gonna hear it about two more times.
I was gonna say.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna say. I guess using the Poe song repeatedly makes sense considering the whole loop thing.
Yeah, and technically you're getting like different chunks of it.
Yeah, it's thematically appropriate.
I do not want to be flipped over until I bend. It's gonna be super honest. Oh my god, bitrate, please. Road, 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 road.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice. Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of initiation.
Alright, radical idea, Alan. Maybe this time, give yourself a gun in the writer's room.
I don't remember what it was that you mentioned last time. Picture. Oh, the picture of Sam Lake and Audie.
Yeah.
Also, I like that the room is just, like, filled with water. Things are
Very
going
Silent Hill
great.
2. Mm-hmm. Alan, I get the distinct impression that you're fucking up. Repeatedly.
Constantly.
Also, your suit's looking pretty disheveled.
Had a rough night.
You get shot in the face by your evil doppelganger. It happens.
I will say this is another one of those scenes where it's just like this guy does a great job, but man, Lance Reddick.
I don't have time for this, so let's get over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors. Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our night springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
You're not gonna get that in the dark place, Alan. Come on.
Next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part.
Also, I like...
Stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
God damn it. I like Alan going from all right, let's just talk straight up.
Whatever you say.
And then Mr. Door's like, hey, Alan, quit fucking everything up. And Alan's like, I'm gonna leave now. Like, immediately switches from let's talk to I'm gonna go.
Were finally coming off. Was it a sign
Also,
please don't blame me for things. I didn't do anything wrong. Let me run away.
I will say the video game did not particularly answer this, but what did you say that Freya's husband in Norse mythology's name was again?
Oh, right. Odor? ODR?
Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Limu.
Yeah, I like how casually Alan just writes people into the story.
Yeah.
Here is the light at the end of the
Hey, what's up, Adi?
Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom.
Like, he can't even make up a character that's like a thinly veiled reference to somebody.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, you're in here now.
You didn't seem happy to see me this time.
Fearing the master is the root of wisdom. But don't let the game get you down. He's playing his role. Maybe put him in your films, Tom, like you have put me. Sehän olisikin.
What films?
I'm a fan of your masterworks. There is Tom the Poet, my favorite, and Yöden Yö is the most famous one, of course. And is it true what I hear? That it's coming...
Great. Come back.
Nope, it's gonna die right now while Adi's dropping plot bombs.
I want to see a green box, not a yellow box. You.
Back to cinemas soon. Is there a bottom to this rumor?
I need to get back to my apartment. Can you help me?
Well, plan is half done. You asked me to make sure you won't forget mikä se valokuva oli? The light pictures. The photos your artist wife took. They are waiting in the shoe
I really feel like Alan should be more curious about why everyone keeps thinking that he's Tom.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adi.
Because it happens a lot. I guess by a lot, I mean it's just Adi and the old gods.
Yeah, but they've been doing it since game 1.
Yeah.
I would find Alice's photos in a
Like, especially now that Tom somehow has his face, I feel like maybe you should be like, hey, what's up with that? Like, this is the problem, because Alan's in a weird nightmare world, but also he literally never presses a question. He's like, hey, what's up with this? And then the other person says something crazy, and he drops it.
These were Alice's photos. I recognized the style. One showed the clicker sinking into darkness. The other showed a light in the shape of a bullet. They were important, even if I didn't know what to do with them yet.
Oh, that's cool.
Light bullet.
Bullets.
Is the trick to shoot yourself in the face with a light bullet? Because Alan had that vision of himself with like a glowing light bullet hole in his forehead.
Yeah. Sense to me.
alternately, I guess shoot Mr. Scratch since it looks just like he'll have the light bullet hole in his forehead.
Yeah.
Which would probably hurt.
By the way, how do you feel about this Poe song for the third time this episode?
I mean, look, I like the Poe song, but clearly I don't like it as much as they like it.
Yeah.
Light is a poisonous dart, forever seeking out the darkest part. Forever, forever, your heart.
That one is also at least a much shorter version. Alan's not having a good time.
I mean, you literally said that you wanted to go deeper. It's the whole point of the book.
Also, you should not eat words.
I don't want to be a character. He's having a full Disco Elysium breakdown.
He really is.
I like it.
All right. There. Let's go talk to our good friend, Mr. Thomas
To get to
Zane.
Parliament Tower, I needed to find a murder site. Zane would know where to find one.
Inside this messy maze
First, let's talk
of
to
what
Alice
I was
Casey.
chasing the cult through. I ran into the filmmaker, Thomas Zane, an esoteric behemoth.
I needed to find a murder site, and I knew how to do that. Where's Casey?
Formed in the name of occult nonsense.
Let's kill him again.
A director wants to control every aspect of the world in their films. Is a cult leader any different? Was Zane just another alias for Scratch? There was a rumor that Wake and Zane had been working on something together. I was going to get the truth out of Zane with whatever means necessary. Wake.
Also, very thankfully, the hotel is nice to me again and will just let me walk in the front door instead of having to go all the way up and around down.
That's nice.
Although no one cleaned up all the dead bodies from the devil in the interim, so
Well, you know.
it's fine.
Cleaning up after the devil is hard work.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, theoretically, now that you've like solved the thing, you could probably turn the entrance hall into something nicer.
That is true, but
Something told me Zane wouldn't be happy to see me this time.
there's something about the way Alan's mouth is moving in this little looping animation that just makes me think of like those weird old animation things where like they put the mouth on and they just kind of move the lower lip.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, hey Tom, how's it going?
You don't look so hot there, Alan.
I'm in control now. The second you try
You look like Mark Hamill these days.
Scratch wrote return, not me. You're a fucking liar. You'd given up. You stopped writing. You said it was too dangerous, that we didn't deserve to get out. And then he showed up. Scratch. He promised to write. To get me the hell out of here. He was magnificent. A visionary. I mean, it was art. But then, when he finished, he took return and left me behind. It's still here, and so is he. I know I fucked up. But you can still catch him before he gets out, before he gets to your wife. When you get to him, don't hesitate. Kill the bastard for what he did to us. There's a murder site in my cinema where my film Nightless Night is playing.
Well,
You killed Alex Casey again. It's sick.
all right. That's not going
I mean,
well.
it's probably for the best.
Well, also, yeah.
I had to find the movie theater.
I don't even know this, but Thomas Zane was a dick. Also, I'm not sure if anyone can actually straight up die in the dark place, you know.
You know, that is a double...
It's not like getting shot stopped Alan so far.
That's the truth. This is the way. Away from all the blood.
I could see the searchlight beams of the movie theater on the far side of the plaza.
Go to a sweet movie theater.
Well, you run. How's OBS?
Bad. It's back now.
Yay.
Missed me fumbling around with low battery combat.
I think the most annoying thing is that the battery reload starts automatically. and
Yeah.
sometimes it interrupts me when I'm trying to shoot or like reload my other guns. Sometimes that really throws me off.
I would agree with that. Cool. Cinema, but before we go in, goodies get. This, what's it? Dash. There we go. I can remember words.
Words aren't important.
Also,
Especially not like this.
I was about to go in, and I forgot there's actually one other thing to get. I think I've missed a couple of these echoes around, which is unfortunate, because a lot of the ones in, like, kind of the overworld of New York are basically just kind of summarizing the Alex Casey movie they're in front of, and those seem like those would be kind of great.
They say God made us in his image.
Alex Casey having a bit of a...
I really like that one of the FMV shots of Alex Casey
made it in
sometimes
he doesn't want
is
us
like a
there,
profile shot
dirtying
with his
up
head
all
down
that
that just
nice
looks like
white
the cover of the
upholstery.
game.
And he doesn't want to reach down to help us. He gets his kicks just binge watching us struggling, hurting, killing, dying, screwing it up again and again. Lazily stirring it up when things threaten to get too placid. This city is only here to satisfy his sick, voyeuristic pleasure.
Now we can go into the... it's cinema.
Alex Casey would like to attack and dethrone God.
I play that Max Payne.
Max Payne 3, but it's just 20 minutes of viciously beating Alan Wake.
Please enjoy the film, sir.
Right. Cinema. There's quite a bit of things to do here real quick.
This is very Silent Hill.
You're not wrong.
Like turning in the ticket to an empty theater booth and having someone say enjoy the show, then you just walk in. It's like that is such a Silent Hill way to get into a place. God damn it. The reflection threw me off, and I really thought that said words of fuck for a second.
Those are the words in Rose's fanfiction.
That's one of Thomas Zane's power-ups.
I felt like I'd been on this case looking for the cult of the word for a lifetime or more. The only case I'd ever been on. They would surface from the dark with their depraved acts of violence and fade back into the night, leaving behind bloody crime scenes and clues heavy with obscure meanings that led nowhere. Arriving at the cinema, I felt a monumental, terrifying revelation trembling before me, ready to open its jaws and swallow me whole.
This place had significance to the cult. There was something to use there. I was missing something.
Well, So we got the cult of the word thing, but I'm gonna kind of jump ahead to solve a puzzle in a slightly quicker manner because you put the cult of the word in as a thing, and it blocks this door. But you need to be in here as it's the cult of the word.
I was making progress. Someone had barricaded themselves in the room.
I'd say sequence breaking, but it's not really a.
I needed a new draft of
the sweet power of having played this game recently.
The story, one that would get me ahead of Scratch.
Anyway, things have gone bad in here. I don't know if we expected anything else, but
Do you a lot of good to talk, buddy.
Anytime you've got a chair surrounded by blood, something bad
ceremony. Or so we made our new members believe.
Also, I think this guy is voiced by the Ilmo and Yako actor, the other cult guy in these Echoes.
And something very special for you, Alex Casey. Who's your leader? Alan Wake?
It would make sense because Silhouette also has that.
Zane?
Yeah.
Give me a name.
And because most of the people in the Alex Casey story have been played by some corruption story.
It fit the genre, so I'd use it.
I actually didn't notice it until this go round.
Oh, okay. I noticed it when obviously when I was watching you play, but the lady who's talking about Mr. Scratch leading the cult back in the subway is like very obviously the Booker lady from the diner.
Oh, okay.
The scene.
The play director would be the other Booker then. Before I go in there. Live. Good boy. Also, other Alan Wake freaking out FMV.
Those are always fun.
You're running right back to it. A loop. I have to stop. Stop running. Stop writing. I won't write another word. It's too dangerous. Only horror comes out of it. People get hurt. I will let the currents of this ocean wash me away. But what if I forget why I stopped?
I won't write another word, says man writing.
Did I stop writing at some point? I can't stop. There's too much at stake.
That is fucked up.
Not wrong. Also, there's something very funny about Video Alan being like, "Oh, no, I'm just gonna stop because things just keep fucking up," and then current Alan is just like, "No, I can't stop. Things are too fucked up." It's like,
also,
yeah.
current Alan saying, "Did I stop writing at some point?"
Yeah.
It's like you literally just had a conversation with Tom Zane where you said you stopped writing and then you shot him in the face. Also, if Mr. Scratch could just write a book, why the fuck didn't he just do that? Why did he even need Alan?
I feel like they talk about this in Alan Wake 1, where it's like the dark place is generally uncreative or something, was a thing in Alan Wake 1. That's why
like,
it uses...
the thing is, I understood that. But then here it's like, well, Alan Wake wasn't writing, so Mr. Scratch just showed up and was like, hey, I'll write a book.
A rising star coming to America from Finland. But he only created one film, Tom the Poet, before he went missing, mirroring the vanishing of the main character in the movie, played by himself. The biggest mystery was around his lost film, an early work made in Finland, Nightless Night, rumored to have mystic properties. Some claimed it was a snuff film, that the ritual murder in the film was an actual murder. There were no known surviving copies, but the cult chased it as if it were their unholy grail. Just like Wake's books were.
So the implication I'm getting here from the all the stuff they've been saying is that the Tom from the first game was actually just a character created by this guy, like from the film about Tom the Poet.
Yeah, that does seem to be kind of what they're getting.
Yeah, like Thomas Zane was originally a Finnish filmmaker who's way into dumb occult stuff, and then he made a film called Tom the Poet. And then he was like, man, I'm gonna hang around this Cauldron Lake place, it's pretty sick. And then Cauldron Lake was like, we're gonna make a second Tom Zane who's an actual decent person because of this film Tom Zane 1 made. And then that's the Tom Zane you meet there, who then erases himself from existence.
Yes.
It could not be opened on the side.
This part is a little confusing, or it was when I did this.
Mm-hmm. Don't interrupt the moviegoers.
Your master into La La Land. A sad bunch of clowns in funny masks and hoods, pretending to be a secret society.
Maybe it is you who's playing a role, Mr. Casey. A role carefully laid out for you. A puppet blindly performing the ritual steps for the glory of the cult. Huh?
What the fuck have you been smoking?
Nightless night.
Don't smoke a movie.
You will see, Mr. Casey. In the nightless night, you will finally see.
Nightless Night was Zane's film. It played a role in this story.
We found a reel of this missing film we've been looking for, and then we put the film into cigarettes and we smoked it.
The bad move. Anyway, here's more clips from
What is this?
looking good. The fight dudes over here though.
How are you supposed to watch a movie while you're fighting dudes?
I will say you do eventually get to watch the movie without fighting dude, which is very fun.
Okay. Rude darkness guy.
Zane's lamp on the screen
Oh. This. Again, anyway.
I like Alan monologuing about how to solve the puzzle
light of the
while
lamp
being
shone
punched
out
in
of
the
the
face by a
screen
shadow
and
monster.
revealed a door.
Just a little bit.
I was back out into the night. The seedy alley away from prying eyes was a good scene for dark deeds.
Put our weapons while there's trying to kill us.
Alan Wake, upon escaping from a murder theater, gets into an alleyway and goes, man, I could put some fucked up shit in this alley.
You know? Is he wrong, though?
I mean, no, but I feel like this, points to a larger problem with his plan of riding his way out. When his first instinct is, man, I could do some fucked up shit in this alley. Like, he could have written, like, oh man, there was somebody in this alley to lend me a hand.
Nah,
There were friendly people in
murders.
this alley.
There were murders.
It's like
Police
that
there?
clip, or
Important
it's
to
like
the
that
story.
meme of the guy staring at the two buttons, but it's just Alan Wake sweating and staring at the buttons, and one says like allies, and the other one just says murder cult.
Like, cut off a finger or something for this initiation?
Alternately, literally anything else and murder
I'm
cult.
sure we'll just chant some ceremonial stuff. Nothing to it.
The two cops murdered here are Mulligan and Thornton.
Dumped all those
That makes sense.
down that chute.
What we did or didn't do, it's all behind us now. We're going straight to the top, partner.
Yep, like we died and went to heaven.
More ways than one. This was
Why
another.
would you word it that way?
Yeah, I don't know. Thing that kind of took me a couple tries to figure out. Got to transfer the light there, and now get up on the roof of the movie theater.
Straight to the top. The dirty cops looked down on the city. Their city. They had committed repulsive deeds to get there. They told themselves it was worth it.
I wish there was writing on the highway sign. I don't know what it would say, but it would be fun.
Also, well, it's understandable because, they have many similarities. I will say that this particular game, more than, like, Twin Peaks vibes or anything like that, I've actually been getting a lot of Legion vibes from Alan Wake 2.
I can see it. Yeah.
Like, the Twin Peaks vibes are still there, but if I had to compare it to something, I think I would probably compare it to Legion first.
I will say there's definitely...
It has that kind of confusing quality about it.
It does, because I want to say I was reading something that there's like a sort of oblique reference to the Fargo show done by the Legion guy somewhere in here, that like with the UFOs is sort of an oblique Fargo reference.
Okay. Also, we mentioned before, they brought it up in the game that it's like, isn't it weird that this cult refers to themselves as a cult?
Mm-hmm.
But, is that just Alan Wake being a bad writer?
No.
Okay.
There is actually purpose to that, I will say.
Because, like, in this story, he's just having the cult write, we were a cult everywhere.
In this part, yes, I think it's just Alan Wake is maybe, not the greatest writer in the world. Parts. This is where
Every time I see, like, Cult of the Word written on something, I just flash back, for whatever reason, to the ending of Deadly Premonition, when you shoot Kaysen and he just screams red tree and then explodes.
Red tree.
It's like, yeah, we got it, man. We know.
Hey, Alan. It's good to see another sane face.
Word of
Not
land.
sure how sane I'm feeling. Be careful out there, Tim. If you see me, make sure it's really me.
OBS
Psycho
could briefly
in
not
my
handle
face.
that word of land.
Sounds like you've been having a
Yeah,
rough
just a
go.
little bit.
I've been there. The missing time. The aliens.
Sorry,
Tim would
aliens.
break in the stream.
What's this about?
Hey.
Oh, I was just convinced that everything going on with me was because of aliens. Abductions, signals beamed into my head, that kind of thing. Now I know it's been Door all along.
It's been Dorgatha all
I haven't
along.
ruled out him being an alien, though.
Missing time.
It's the same thing I've been saying. The dreams. Sometimes I wake up in a completely different place, missing entire days. I have no idea what happened, but I'm trying to find out. Things...
Sometimes I wake up and I got time powers.
About him being an alien, though.
You hear UFOs, polyhedrons.
Man, what if Tim Breaker like got his time powers back and then used it to give Alex Casey bullet time?
So good. I do like that they're talking about polyhedrons and like object of great power and stuff, and it just makes me think of Shadowheart's little doohickey from Baldur's Gate 3. I also like, is it a vessel, a weapon, an object of great power? Or are you crazy and have dreams of RPG dice? These are the questions.
I really like Breaker.
He's great. Anyway, confusing part of this area number 2 that I will skip the genuine like 30 minutes I had of running around trying to figure out what I was missing. Go down here, break in this, and we swap from New York's Finest. Leave it as Cult of the Word. There we go.
Fall to their death from the rooftop.
Don't you fucking move, or I'll blow you away.
You got me, Mr. Casey. I'm all yours. Go ahead. Ask that burning question in your mind.
How did you do it? How did you get me into that film clip without my remembering it? Talk to me, damn it!
You've seen the film? Good, good. Now you're ready to meet the Grandmaster. He's waiting for you in the projection booth where everything will be revealed, where he will project a new reality onto this one. And now, Mr. Casey, I've played my part to the end.
No! Crazy bastard! Why'd he jump?
The projection booth. Was that where I'd find the murder site?
That be. Flashlight out. Ways down. Not like I threw a flashbang and it just got eaten by nothing.
Very disappointing flashbang.
Yeah.
You're killed off the roof somehow?
I don't know. Oh boy. Like to ignite this flare. Still without people bugging me. I feel like some of these shadow people just kind of look like Alan Wake. Fight them.
It's hard to tell because of the shadow people.
Because here lies Shadow Man. Also, in order to get back down, we actually do have to swap back from Cult of the Word back to New York's Finest. Make this door happen. I'm also kind of looking at the time and realizing the stream may go slightly long. Like, slightly.
Okay.
But...
I don't have anything else planned tonight.
Okay.
Work happened and then this, so my days.
I just want to... You're not gonna let me just...
Shadow Man bringing the heat.
They really are.
I feel like those flares should be more effective at getting rid of the darkness.
Exactly.
Shadow Man standing like on that flare is fine. I do like that they just use the control is distortion effect.
Yeah, it's a good effect.
It's real good. So I will say this: playing this has just made me want to replay.
Kinda same.
Like I was looking like, last time I played Control it was on PS4. It's, good, but a little bit janky in some places. It's like I could probably just get Control on PS5.
Yeah, I
play it with the max frame rate now.
The ray tracing and all the good stuff.
Yeah, probably looks even better.
I didn't finish the PS5 version of Control, but they did give it away for free on PS Plus when it came out. So I did play a decent chunk of it again because there was not a lot out on PS5 at that point in time.
Mm-hmm. I believe at that time I did not have a PS5. So.
Yes. Switch the theater hall to... Oh boy. I got punched out of the writer's room. That was funny.
I didn't even know that could happen.
I can't move, also.
I think getting punched out of the writer's room broke the game.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before. This game breaks pretty easy.
At least it was, I could unbreak it seems.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's back.
Yeah. Anyway, this was the thing that also took me a while to figure out. That is the door to the projection room. Is right here.
That's not where the projector's supposed to be.
It's true.
There had to be a way to the projection booth from here.
Also, I really like the look of this little section. The black and white and red.
It's a good look.
I'm here, you son of a bitch. Show yourself.
Everything that uses this visual style is rad.
Anarchy, or not Anarchy Reigns, the other one.
Mad
Mad
World.
World. Yes.
Anarchy Reigns uses it in that one scene and it's really cool.
I was back where I started. A loop within a loop. I had to keep going.
But also, I think Ghost of Tsushima has like a mode where this visual is like black and white and red, and it's like, yo, that looks fucking sick.
You're a clown in a mask. I'm not the one wearing a mask.
Everybody loves loops.
Everyone loves loops, and I specifically love Alex Casey yelling at Alex Casey.
The Casey in the story was losing it. I wasn't far behind.
That way.
I was back at the beginning again. I had to keep going. Find a way to the murder site.
Alan, why don't you simply write Casey to be a more stable individual?
Who was that? Who said that? That's a real...
It's gone. But I saw someone.
There's nobody here, Alan.
There's a lot of film reels in this room. Is this place gonna catch fire?
No. I wish.
Ah.
Another definitely Alan freaking out scene.
Were you?
Is there something wrong with me? Am I wrong somehow, or am I missing something, skipping over some vital beat? I mean, I have to write. Sure, of course. I mean, that's a given. That's a given.
Is it a given?
Departure, that worked. That worked fine. Maybe there's a missing step before return. What's between departure and return? The tasks, the challenge, the lesson. Initiation, yeah, I haven't written that. To master this place, to set things up. Can't go to return before initiation. That's right. That feels right. Initiation. I have to write initiation.
Yeah, man. Come on. Hero's journey. You have to write a book where you get punched in the balls repeatedly by the darkness, and you learn to beat it, and then you write the book.
Back at the beginning.
Gotta write Empire Strikes Back.
I had to keep going. Find a way to the murder site.
Show yourself! Who was that? Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Alan Wake 2. Alan learns to write a trilogy.
Look, you got the wrong guy. I'm not Alex Casey. I only play him in the movie.
Here's Sam Lake.
He's just a fictional character.
Putting on an acting masterclass here.
You don't have to kill me. You don't have to go get that knife and stab me. You can just give up and go back. Forget about the ritual sacrifice.
You don't have to get that knife and stab him.
The ritual sacrifice to open the way.
Metal Gear.
Forget about the ritual sacrifice.
Don't do it. You don't have to become a monster. Just leave the knife where it is, in the back, and go.
Knife in the back.
Everything about this was absurd. Our dialogue forced and ridiculous. In desperate need of another.
I wish, as he said that,
but
more
I
lights
long to
appeared on
see
the
where it
knife.
took me.
That it would be very funny. Because also, if you just stand here, he does kind of just keep looping in a very funny way, where he just keeps making pointed. Don't worry about the knife.
The knife.
Oh no! Oh no, you don't! You'll be sorry!
Also, I like Alan calling out his own bad writing.
Yep. Get back here, Sam Lake.
I was getting close.
Also, I like this, what do you call it? In this story about a writer who may or may not be fucking over his fictional characters and they're getting upset about it, you have to chase down and kill Sam Lake.
Yeah.
You played your role perfectly.
Everything out of your mouth is a damn lie. The only place any of this makes any sense is in your psychotic brain.
As a fictional character in a story, you fulfilled your purpose. You brought the writer of the story here. You can go now, Casey.
No, I'm not going anywhere before I get some answers. How was I in that movie? Why does all this feel so familiar? What? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck am I?
This Casey's not having a good time.
And welcome to you.
Ah!
Just wait until he realizes he's in a video game.
The ritual.
It'll be the most horrifying thing you can imagine.
We are just one step away from your final destination.
Box only? No items?
But first,
it's a cult of humanimals.
Unanswered mystery for you. It Casey was fictional, and you assumed his role as the detective. Are you now fictional too? Whose story are you living, Mr. Wake?
The visions are getting under my skin, coming too close for comfort. Not a separate layer, but mingling with my own reality in the dark place. Wait. Dead end. This can't be right. Did I miss something?
And we're back in color.
I was kind of hoping you'd get a sick boss fight in black and white worlds.
That would be fun. Against Sam Lake.
A murder site.
Yeah, Sam Lake kind of just vanishes. You don't actually get to stab Sam Lake. It's probably okay.
Yeah. I didn't really want to hurt Sam Lake.
No, he's a good...
Oh, hey, there's that sick mask.
Yeah.
Send that over to Saga so she can complete it. Complete like 2 chapters ago.
Saga Anderson, listen. I've been tricked.
So are Alan and Saga just playing like the Super Metroid Link to the Past ROM hack?
You know?
He has it now. It's the key to escape.
What do you mean, escape? You're a Scratch.
I need to stop him. I need to stop him before he gets out. He's after Alice. I'm still trapped, but I'm making progress. I wrote you in to be the story's hero. Scratch made a horror story. I need to match the genre. It has to be dark, but the hero can break through, save her family, save us all.
Save her family? Are you talking about my family?
Yes. Whatever you're doing, it's working. You just
Damn it,
need
Alan.
to keep going.
Did we have family in the horror story?
I was closer now. Closer than ever before. But there was no time to lose. Everything was hanging in the balance. I could still lose
It's
it
almost
all.
like he's incredibly inconsiderate.
Yeah. You know.
Parliament Tower. I had to make it work this time. I could stop Scratch, get the manuscript, fix its ending.
I do like this is kind of mirroring American Nightmare, where you have to go back to Parliament Tower 3 times.
Yeah. Also, I was going to mention during, I forget which conversation it was, about, I think it was the one on the rooftop, or the cult guy jumped off, where he was talking about how the Grand Master of the cult wanted to use the theater to project his reality over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think was Scratch's plan in American Nightmare.
Oh
So-
yeah, I believe that was a thing.
So I wonder if American Nightmare is kind of just like Scratch's first draft.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, because also I was going to mention that, what was it? Like, a bunch of the documents you find in this are also documents from American Nightmare, like the ones about Barry building the nursing home and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wonder if, yeah, American Nightmare is kind of like the first pass at Scratch's master plan, and then he got his asshole blown out by a projector screen, and he was like, fuck, alright, need to rework that some. I've got a brilliant new plan. I'm just going to shoot Alan Wake in the face.
I was traveling deeper into the dark place.
Guns work.
The poem
What do you
on the wall
know?
was growing at the same pace, dogging my footsteps. Like my unwanted shadow moving in the corner of my eye. It wasn't my
It's
writing.
very like
I didn't know what it was.
kind of
A terrible prophecy.
the dumb Green Lantern thing,
Looming over me.
where the brightest day and blackest night are things and not just fun turns of phrase. But I do kind of enjoy night springs when bright falls.
Yeah. I still really like the your friends will meet him when you are gone line. Like, I mentioned it before, but like one of my fears has always been like the idea of like a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Like, as far as fictional monsters go, the idea of a doppelganger is very frightening to me. And Mr. Scratch is kind of like he's not like, he didn't start with a fear of doppelgangers, but I think he represents it really well. Of, like, the idea that someone else could just, like, pretend to be you.
Anyway.
And, like, you don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah. Why this stream might be a little long is we're going to watch Mindless Night.
Okay. I mean, OBS says no, so I'm not sure we're going to watch Mindless Night.
God damn it, OBS.
Also, I like that it uses Thomas Zane's original name of Seine.
Yes.
Which is a river in France.
I wish I could go into like some kind of first-person mode.
I'm honestly shocked that they didn't just like give you this as a thing you can just watch.
So when you beat the chapter, you do get them kind of individually that you can watch in the TV, but
dun dun dun. Alex Casey's just like, is this a sex thing?
They entered the Finnish sexnasium.
Finnish Sexnasium is my Auntie and the Janitors cover band. Oh, hey, there's the writing room.
Yeah. Zane not looking too hot. I don't know what town he is driving up on. Yeah, couldn't quite make it out.
Yeah, my resolution's not high enough to see that.
Like some of the text, it still has like the web or the email thing where like it doubles a lot.
Dream effect.
Yeah.
Also, I may have missed it. Did they ever mention if they found this copy, this like final copy of this movie in a shoebox somewhere?
I don't think they mentioned where they found it.
Okay. But like that would make sense, right?
That would make sense.
Sanovat, se joka varjoon tyytyy, valon ihmeestä paitsi jää.
He's having a good time. Okay, I've reconnected to OBS, but Discord is not come back yet. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
It's funny because I can hear you that entire time.
Weird. I'm just gonna assume something cool probably happened between Audie singing and now.
I paused it All you've missed is that the lady Alex Casey is dancing with has said, "I missed you." Also,
Okay.
OBS needs to settle back together to full green instead of yellow, please. Also, it's really funny that I can hear you and talk at you because OBS Discord is still not showing anything. It's just showing reconnecting. I'm gonna try rebooting. I think it broke. Hold, please. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Oh, wait.
Oh, hello.
Hello. I still don't see Discord, which is very funny. It's just giving me the did you know like disconnected thing.
Weird.
But all you missed was that lady said that she's missed Alex Casey.
Okay.
Olit Veikon kanssa. Siksi lähdin.
Hän on poissa. Ollut jo kauan.
Kun nyt lähden, lähde kanssani.
Mutta vasta tämän yön jälkeen.
I enjoy the people in the deer masks just dancing past.
In my head, I'm just going to imagine that the two people in your masks were the Costco brothers.
Well, there's one of them.
Sillä oli paskat housussa. Kontas ojan pohjalla änkyrä kännissä ja huusi ja soperteli ja Armo, rakkas veli, anna armo, mä kuolen.
He's way into murder.
Ai saatana. Kato. Tuhlaajapojan paluu. Ja häntä kuipien välis. Tuliko hakemaan anteeksianto?
Uutiset mistään paluusta ovat ennenaikaisia. Tulin vain käymään. Ja nyt kun muistan millaista tämä touhu täällä on, en viivy kauaa. Missäs veljesi luuraa?
Pisti hengiltä. Rupes käymään aivoa se ainainen länkytys. Uhrilla ja mestarille. Mutta ei se paskaveli kelvannut edes siihen. Sä olit mestarin valittu. Vaikka mä koskaan ymmärtänyt, että miksi. Päiviltä pitäis sinutkin pistää. Mitä on? Nyt tuli tupen rapinat, poika. Leikataan parta! Leikataan pojalta parta!
One of those cultists just kind of looked like Sam Riegel with a fake beard.
A little bit.
Miksi palasit?
Oh, there's no mysterious letters in this copy.
En aikonut.
Ain't OBS, come on.
Nyt löydän itseni täältä. Nyt on kai kirottu. Kirjoitettu sadistisen kirjailijan tarinaa. Kierrän kehää.
Maa on syklinen laulu. Mites siellä valtion kontrollivirastossa menee?
Federal Bureau of what now?
Virasto. En ole siellä töissä. Sitä paitsi sain potkut. Ei olisi tarvetta talonmiehen apulaiselle.
Ei ole.
Job's taken.
Tämän tilan isäntä katosi yön selkää vuosia sitten. Sen jälkeen kun sinä lähdit. Merkit on ilmassa, että multakin loppuu hommat pian. Siksi kyselen virastosta. Ehkä saan sieltä töitä.
Don't understand what doing with that plate of coffee, question mark.
I'm just gonna assume it's a Finnish thing.
Probably.
Malja.
Mille juomme?
Yöttömälle yölle.
Thought she pulled out a knife.
Tämä riitti vie sinut tuon puoleiseen.
Sanotaan, että Aleen kurkotti liian pitkälle yön syövereihin. Eikä löytänyt sieltä enää pois.
Out in a sauna.
Kannattaa varaa sitä Aleenin mustaa leskeä. Taisit olla vähän heikkona häneen.
Pelkäsin häntä.
Me pojat oltiin aina vähän toivottomia naisten kanssa.
I like the Cult of the Tree symbol on the rearview mirror. Or not the... Yeah, it would be on the rearview mirror.
I'm less keen on Sam Lake barfing in the woods, but you know.
The thing I find interesting is that everyone seems to have like a counterpart, except for Alex Casey's love interest.
Tämä riitti vie sinut tuon
Yeah.
huoneeseen.
Hän palaa. Ja sinut lukitaan huoneeseen.
Vihdoinkin.
Kiitos. Rakkaani. En kierrä kehää. Tämä on spiraali.
All right. That's Nightless Night. Also, I looked it up, and Wapu is Finnish for end.
Okay. I enjoyed that, but
Yeah.
also my immediate thought is that must be the film that Thomas Zane said he was working on earlier with Scratch, right? The film that goes along with Return that was going to get them out.
Maybe?
I'm assuming because it literally ends with, hey, Alex Casey dies and Alan Wake / Thomas Zane bails.
Yeah.
Assuming that's the idea, is that, like, the Scratch wrote Return with the cult murdering people to bring him to get them out, and then Zane wrote, essentially did the movie the same way.
This case would never be closed.
But due to the, Dark Place being fucking weird, I'm assuming it just, like,
The irony of being
time shit happened, and it's like, oh, this is an old movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I think he just made it since he's been in the Dark Place.
That would make
The
sense.
eyes of some unseen audience on me. I wanted to turn to the hidden camera and tell them to fuck off.
Because I've been curious about that the whole time. Is like, he mentioned that he was working on his film to go along with it, but you've never seen any sign of it.
A million stories in this dark city. The night opened up to welcome me. I walked into her arms.
There will always be another case for Casey.
Roll credits.
I also just really enjoy...
No one would ever kill him. That'd be a terrible...
No one would ever kill Alex Casey. I really enjoy the line about... I wanted to tell the hidden camera to fuck off, but I didn't know which way to break the fourth wall. It's a real good line.
It is.
I probably could have just ended it there, but...
Might as well find a save point.
Besides the one that's just right there.
Oh, okay.
This is what I'm getting at here. Because... Go back... This Parliament Tower section is pretty
okay.
Super bad about.
The phone was ringing again. Somehow I sensed it wasn't Zane this time.
Because I shot him in the face.
Hello?
Hello.
It wasn't Zane. It wasn't Scratch either. Huh? You're me? Me? I don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand.
A dark place operates in loops. Time is a story. I'm calling you from a different point in that story.
From the future? I'm never getting out of here, am I?
Yes, you will. And no, you won't. And that is by your own choice.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry for what you'll have to go through. Alice's photos you found from the shoebox in the talk show basement. Before you can go to Parliament Tower, you must put them in the shoebox at her statue at the plaza. To help you, to help Alice, to help Saga Anderson.
I'm my own Deus Ex Machina? Really? How many writers does it take to finish a story? One for each draft.
Don't criticize the writing.
I follow the steps he laid out for me. Alice's photos in the talk show building basement. Adi had guided me there. I bring the photos to the shoebox by the statue.
See, they've changed the statue because this is normally an Alan statue, but now it's an Alice statue. Oh boy. There's an enemy here. I'm just going to make a cutscene happen
Alice...
to avoid it.
I was gonna say, is it an Alice statue because Alice got hyper murdered?
Oh, you know. And that's actually all we can do as Alan until the end of the game.
Alright.
Which is also why I was like, I'm just gonna run ahead and start.
Yeah, wrap up the Alan bit.
Wrap up the Alan bit. Next time we will continue as Saga. We've got a lot of collecting we can do, because fuck the government, we have bolt cutters. And then we will pop back to the sheriff's station, where we'll go talk to the dogs of the FBC. So this. Well, let's do a stretch and say that's gonna do it. Good night, everybody. Maybe next time the internet will play nicer.
We'll find out.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.